Hey guys, how you going? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Welcome to another travel vlog. This time around, I'm headed to beautiful New York in the good old US of A. This time once again with Netflix for Rebel Moon Part 2. So some of you may remember a few months ago I was in Tokyo, Japan, beautiful Tokyo for Rebel Moon Part 1. Had an absolute ball and Netflix were gracious enough to have me back for Part 2. So I've just checked into the airport here in Sydney. It's going to be a long ass couple of flights. So the first leg is to Hong Kong, which is 9.5 hours. I think I got a 5-hour layover and then jump on another plane from Hong Kong to JFK. All up, it's like 25 hours flight time. So she's going to be brutal, but I'm so excited. I love New York. I first went there when I was 13 years old, beginning of 2002, when Dad took Mum and I when he was finishing up working at Qantas. And before he took the redundancy, Qantas encouraged people that were taking the redundancy to take their families on a lot of their last flights, stuff like that. I then went back in 2012 with my mates Pete and Brad, and then went back the following year in 2013. And like, New York's the best, man. It's like, for me, it's New York and LA. They're my absolute playground. So like I said, checked in. It's going to be a quick turnaround. Today's Monday and I fly out of New York on Saturday. So I don't cope well with jet lag. My anxiety plays up so bad when I'm jet lagged. I feel hungover and it's like my brain is firing off the wrong chemicals at the wrong time. I don't know if some of you guys are like that. It's just like when you're overly tired and you start spacing out. Anyway, and also just for transparency, this isn't a paid gig. Netflix were cool enough to cover flights and accommodation, but this isn't a paid gig. In terms of my expectations for Rebel Moon Part 2, of course I want it to be better than Part 1. I'd like to think that it's just gonna start off and get straight into the action straight away because we've established all these characters from Part 1. And also I am locked in to interview Zack Snyder and some of the cast. So that's really cool. Submitted my questions for Zack. I did submit a Batfleck question. They're like, can you change this to a Rebel Moon question? I'm like, damn it. But anyway, so yeah, all checked in. Just gonna head to the lounge for a bit. Got some work to do on the laptop. I'm gonna do a re-upload of my Timeless Costumes TMNT 1990 video that I had on the Cosplay Chris channel. I'm gonna do a re-upload on this channel because it's the anniversary of TMNT 1990. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, just gonna wander the lounge. Hopefully this will make for an entertaining vlog with my travels to New York and doing some activities in New York because I'm staying near Times Square, which, you know, you're in the thick of it. It's a playground, man. Having a little cheeky vino, mate. Oaky, it opens up. Nice aftertaste. So we're flying on Cathay Pacific. I've never flown with them before. I hear good things. Just heading to the gate now, ready to board. Again, from here to Hong Kong, it's 9.5 hours. And we've got a 4.5-hour layover. And then from Hong Kong to JFK, it's 16 hours. Either way, it's an adventure and a half. And I'm just beaming with excitement to get back to New York. Again, I love the place. It's a massive playground. And yeah, good times ahead. So we're flying on a Boeing 777, and I used to work at the airport for like 6 years. The 777 is one of the best aircrafts out there. It's like a Toyota Corolla. You service it, it's gonna look after you just as much as you look after it. Damn good plane. Very happy to be here. Alright, so my biggest thing on long haul flights, I get very restless, my legs get sore, my ass gets sore. I did a massive leg session yesterday, like I tried to have a big heavy train before before sitting on my ass for essentially 25 hours. So if you guys remember on the Cosplay Chris channel when I went to Canada a few years ago, I did my exercise in the bathroom. Well, I'm about to do the same. So this is my airline exercise. You're fucking welcome. Alrighty, just arrived in Hong Kong, so it's currently 20 past 12 at night back in Sydney, and it's 20 past 9, I think, here in Hong Kong at the moment, and the flight to JFK, New York, doesn't take off until 2 in the morning. So, yeah, like it's an adventure and a half, but flight was great, the crew were incredible. I finally got to watch The Holdovers with Paul Giamatti. Incredible, absolutely loved it. Then just for a little bit of a nostalgia hit, watch one of my favorite movies. This movie's in my top 10, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, from the Coen brothers. And then I saw they had the original Nightmare on Elm Street. They had the remake too, but obviously I wanted to watch the original. Check out the synopsis that they have, or the little summary they have of the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Look at this. I don't want to think about it that way. It makes me feel all icky. But it was the original aspect ratio of like how it was on VHS. And it was like an old copy of the film. It was so cool to see. So just heading to see where my next gate is, and then just hang about and wait till we board. I think we're boarding 20 minutes a bit later, or like half an hour later. So like 2:30 in the morning here. So that gets me into New York. I think at like 8:30 in the morning there on a Tuesday. So I think that's next Wednesday back home. It's just time changes, man. I'm not good with time changes, and my eyes are probably very bloodshot right now. But hey, it's all fun. It's all a good adventure, eh? This is also technically my first time in Hong Kong. I've actually always wanted to go, stupidly enough, because of Rush Hour 2. Always love the setting of Rush Hour 2, and it's here in Hong Kong. So it's a little bit muggy out there, but anticipating chill in New York. All right, managed to grab a shower, freshen up a bit, and dressed appropriately for the occasion. So the fatigue has finally set in. My eyes are so bloodshot. And I was doing so well too, like I was feeling great, and then it just hit me because back home it's, I think, 3:38 in the morning, and like I'm in bed by like 8:39. Chloe and I are early birds, so it's hit me hard. We've still got 2 hours until we board the flight to JFK, so hopefully just get some good shut-eye on that flight. Yeah, my brain is mush. I tried editing like this vlog, what I've filmed so far, and like I'm just can't. I get this weird sensation like I'm on the plane still. I don't know if you guys have ever had that, like when you're jet lagged or tired. I feel like I'm on the plane and it's like bumpy. It's a weird feeling. I always get it, but bored in 2 hours. I'm watching just some YouTube. I'm going down this weird rabbit hole of Spyro the Ignited trilogy for some reason, just retrospective videos. So cue up some podcasts, some Simpson podcasts, I think. But obviously just try and get some shut-eye on the plane. I feel like poo-poo. So now it's time to board the last leg of this journey, 16 hours. Here we go. That was a brutal flight, and flight time ended up being 15 and a bit hours, but we got thrashed with turbulence over the ocean. I was trying to pee at one point, and then we hit an air pocket. My head bumped the slanted part of the toilet, and trying to wash your hands and then try and get back to your seat. Like, it was brutal. It was a brutal like 2 minutes. And like, I love flying. I'm an aerosexual, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit scared. Probably overly tired too. Ooh, that's a bit fresh. sun come, man. Watch that smoking. Shit, it's cold. All right, all checked in. Yeah, feeling a bit out of it, but feeling good. The weather is very brisk, but I'm actually liking it because it's so hot back home in Sydney. But check out this room, man. This is like classic, and there's a bathtub. There's a bathtub just right there. Look at that view. Look at that beautiful view there. So turn around here, you got shower and all that. But it's got like this old Victorian feel to it. I love it. Like, look at that door. Look at the craftsmanship on that door. So what I'm gonna do, have a shower, freshen up, just have a breather, and then I think we might go for a wander and do some exploring and just get some city air into my lungs and just get some fresh air on my face. Like when I was coming through here in the car, I had to like put the window down because like once I was like feeling sick, I was just like, oh, I need some like air on my face, some cold air hitting my face, and it helps so much. It's raining, it's beautiful, it's cold. I got a protein smoothie and I got my Ninja Turtles jersey jacket, my varsity jacket. So I think it was rude. I feel like it'd be rude not to wear it. So I'm gonna head to Times Square just for old time's sake. Haven't been there since again 2013. It's beautiful here, man. Rain really suits New York. Tell you what's crazy though, how much you can smell weed around here. Like you'll just get a whiff of it and you're like, you can put your weed in there. So it's about 1 kilometer down to Times Square from my hotel. But look at this, man. Look how beautiful this city is. And here we are, beautiful Times Square. Now I'm gonna head over here because I think that's where the old multi-story Toys R Us used to be that had a Ferris wheel in it. When Dad took Mum and I here in 2002. I'm pretty sure it was on the corner here. I saw it, shit myself, and cried. Metaphorically shit myself, but I did actually cry. Like I burst into tears. It was the most beautiful thing I ever seen, and it was like multi-storied, had a bloody Ferris wheel in it. But look at this. How cool is this? I know I keep saying how beautiful this city is, but just with the rain, the chilliness, it's perfect, man. It's just so cool to be back. So what I'm gonna do is actually head down to Midtown Comics, a very famous comic book shop. Been there a couple of times. Don't know if they're gonna be open yet. It's still early in the morning. I think it's only just hit 9 a.m. Now also remember they had a Planet Hollywood around here somewhere. I think it's getting renovated, but I remember them having a screen-used Freddy sweater from either Elm Street 3 or 4 and some random ass glove. It wasn't screen-used. I think it was like a production-made glove. But yeah, apparently it is under construction at the moment, so it is closed temporarily. But anyway, let's head to Midtown Comics and see if they're open. So if memory serves, I think we chuck a right and then a left. And that's where Midtown is. I think it's on a corner. Just walking past this store here, how fucking sick is all of this? Next custom collectible? How sick is that Vegeta? Damn, he looks good. I'd buy him, but he gets smashed on the way home. All right, I know where we can go next, but I have to remember that the reservation is under McAllister, okay? And I've got to use my dad's credit card. I've waited my whole life to do this. People are gonna look at me weird, but fuck it, here it goes. Guests of the new celebrity Ding Dang Dong stay at the world-renowned Plaza Hotel, New York's most exciting hotel experience. For reservations, call toll-free 1-800-759-3000.
I'll do just that.
Have a lovely day.
Have a lovely day.
Okay, so I was wrong. That entrance was for residents only. You can go into the lobby, and I found the part where Donald Trump gives Macaulay Culkin directions. We're about to go around the corner. Stand by.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
All right, that was cool. Like, obviously a lot has changed, but you can kind of make out the basic geography of where things were in the second Home Alone film, especially that corner where Kevin asked for directions, where the check-in is, where the lobby is. that was cool, man. Really cool. All right, so it was cool to go back to Midtown Comics. They get a little funny if you're like filming and taking photos in there. I don't know why. Our comic book stores do it back home. It's fucking weird, man. Like, they're out there in the wild, who cares? It's interesting though, I did see the Iron Studios Nightmare Batman statue that I was going to pre-order. I'm glad I didn't, because I got to see it in person at Midtown Comics. Awful. The paint job is pretty crook considering what you're paying, but they had some other beautiful statues there. A lot of Prime ones. Pretty cool nonetheless just to go there. So I'm actually just going to head back to my hotel room now. It's nearing lunchtime. Done about 12,000 steps in a couple of hours. Like, we've covered a lot of ground, like, you know, going to the Plaza Hotel, Times Square, checked out Midtown Comics. So we've done like a big loop. My legs are fucked. I'm starting to like feel myself fading a bit. So I'm gonna grab some lunch and probably start editing this little vlog. So the thing is with Rebel Moon, I'm under embargo until I get back to Sydney. Like, I think it's like the 11th and the 18th. So the plan is with this vlog, it's not really focused around Rebel Moon. It's just like my experience here doing my own thing whilst there are other activities going on that are Rebel Moon themed, like what I did in Tokyo. And I want to do something like this, especially with like the plaza and just being silly around New York, because again, this is such a playground. Absolutely adore this city. So guys, I hope you got a little giggle out of this vlog. Hope it was a bit of fun. I'm probably gonna sleep like an absolute baby tonight. And by that, I mean I'll wake up at 2 in the morning crying because I shit my pants. Love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.